All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Shakur Stevenson gets slick with Teofimo Lopez and hates on Jaron Boots Ennis. I think he's in his feelings a little bit antsy about wanting to be the man in boxing, and it not really working out that way for him, at least so far. Let's talk about what Shakur Stevenson had to say about Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Ennis in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 140-pound division where Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez had a back and forth on Twitter yesterday. Seems like these guys are going to get the fight made between the two of them. Supposed to be for the early part of next year, I guess, whenever Shakur Stevenson's hands get better or whatever. But they're going back and forth, and Shakur Stevenson said some things that I thought were very interesting. It showed where his mind is and kind of what I think he is trying to accomplish at 140. And I'm going to say it right now, brother, you ain't slick. And more than likely, that ain't going to work. But before I get into the details of it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much. Can't tell you how much I appreciate you. And thank you to everybody that supports and the super thanks. A couple guys left real big $10 hollers over the last week or so. Thank you guys so much, because really boxing is slow because of all this nonsense, people not fighting. So it really helps out the channel. Thank you for the 1,000 views that you got me with the $10 holler. Thank you guys so much. But let's get into this. So first and foremost, Shakur Stevenson puts out a bunch of tweets. In one of the tweets, he brags that he is going up to 140 pounds to fight the man at 140 pounds. No tune-ups needed. No this, no that. Right? So Teofimo Lopez responds, says, "You can't beat me." Shakur says, "I already figured you out years ago. Thanks for the champ. Enjoy your run while it lasted." All of that, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Good enough conversation. However, I have to point this out. Two things. Number one, Shakur is a pure-blooded hater for saying that about Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis, that is obviously a shot at Jaron Ennis coming off his, I think, was a spectacular knockout of Usima Lima, who, by the way, is not a top-level fighter. You know, I think he might have been ranked number 9, but we know how it goes, man. People get rankings. People from all over the world get put in the rankings, and just because you're number 9 doesn't mean that you belong in the ring with the number 1 guy. It's just kind of how it goes. Usima Lima was from Angola, tried his best, but basically a domestic level fighter that got in there with Jaron, and it looked like it when he got in the ring because Jaron beat him. I mean, my God, man, just whooped him like he was a regular dude on the street, right? So Jaron looked fantastic. Usually coming off of a knockout like that, you'll get a bump. People will be more excited about seeing you fight, all of that. However, you know what it is with Jaron. Whole bunch of people hating on Jaron so that Jaron won't wind up being the great fighter that Jaron can be. I'm sorry, I believe it. There's just so many people with so much nonsense they say about this kid, despite the fact that he's a tremendous fighter, that I think they got them on the same Gervonta Davis program where the guy is so good and he's not with the people that really want him. So the people that want him are talking bad about him and dogging him out. And that's what Shakur Stevenson is participating in when he says, "I don't need any tune-ups." Because what you hear from people that criticize Jaron and it says he's too good to need a tune-up fight. If he's that good, why does he have a tune-up fight? Why do you need to acclimate to the weight class? Shakur Stevenson is just riding the bandwagon on that and showing that he is more than could be a little bit jealous of Jaron Ennis, because Jaron Ennis is knocking out the bums that they put in front of him, while Shakur Stevenson is not getting first round knockouts against anybody. That said, the majority of the thing that I really wanted to hit on that Shakur said was talking about how he will be the man at 140 pounds if he beats Teofimo Lopez. Let me say this as clearly as I possibly can say it. Nobody other than Ring Magazine has Teofimo Lopez as the top 140-pound fighter. No way. He doesn't deserve it. He's not done enough to deserve it. What he did was he beat Josh Taylor, who had dropped several of his belts, and many people, myself included, believe that he got beat by Jack Catterall. He wound up fighting Jack Catterall later and actually losing to Jack Catterall. So no, bro. Teofimo Lopez just caught Josh Taylor, who should have been left 140 pounds. He was absolutely draining himself to the bone and wound up draining himself to the bone so badly that he wore his whole career out, because I don't think anything is going to be popping with Josh Taylor ever again. And he was the undisputed champion. How did he get the undisputed championship? He got the undisputed championship in the World Super Series of Boxing, where everything was kind of coordinated for the four belts to wind up there. However, he went life and death with Regis Prograis. So that kind of tells you where Josh Taylor was. So I don't believe what Shakur Stevenson says about him being the man at 147. Because if he beats Teofimo Lopez, no, you got to be able to beat Richardson Hitchens, who has the IBF. You have Sabril Matias, who has the WBA. You have Gary Antoine Russell that has the WBC. And you have guys like Jermaine Ortiz, I think, is underrated in the 140-pound division. So no, these guys, I 100% believe Shakur Stevenson is off about that. He's not going to be the man at 140 pounds just by beating one guy. Shakur is going to have to do what everybody else is supposed to do in these divisions, which is fight all of the other competition. That is probably not what Shakur wants to do. Shakur probably wants to win the belt, because notice he's not going for the other champions at 135 pounds right now. He is going to bounce up to 140 pounds, and he's going to look for the big fights at 140 pounds. The biggest 140-pound fight that he can get is Gervonta Davis. So he's going to want to sit there with that belt and hope to get Gervonta Davis in there for the big fight. That's the way that I see his game plan being played out. And honestly, man, if it works for him, cool. I just kind of think it's unnecessary. I don't really think it's going to do him any good to try to take that route. That's the same route that Terrence Crawford took. And I'm telling you, people are on to the game. That's why when Clarissa Shields is taunting Gervonta Davis trying to taunt Gervonta Davis into fighting Shakur, or other people try to taunt Gervonta Davis into doing this or that, bro, those guys in the PBC ain't going for it. That crap worked for Errol Spence. That stuff worked for Errol Spence. For Terrence Crawford against Errol Spence, because Errol Spence was just dead set on making sure that fight took place. Obviously, Gervonta Davis's mindset is in a different place. And I'm going to tell you something, man. From somebody that has watched the way that Gervonta Davis has been treated, the way that Jaron Ennis has been treated, in the way that these people in the mainstream media have attacked these guys, I don't blame these guys at all if what they do is just go about their business every day, fight the people that get put in front of them, and ignore everything else that is said to them. Because this over-the-top psychological games going on between boxing camps on YouTube and Twitter is just so much over the top, man. That's just all I can say. It's over the top. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comments section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.